Yes.
Wait, that's not even who I was talking about.
I know.
What is this? A game of some sort?
Yeah, I totally hit Moonlight all the time in my games. Yep.
To a future
Yeah, all the time.
of grief.
He's a good buddy of yours, isn't he?
Yep. I don't even know if he plays on NA servers. I think isn't he like an SEA player or something?
Pretty sure he's SEA, yeah.
I think, yeah, I don't know. Some of them are in NA, but I don't know the exact details. They're gonna break the smoke here.
We're gonna find FXRS. Some body blocks coming out now with the link here onto the Lesh rack. But a little bit too
Interesting. So
steep.
he goes Link level 1 on Razor. I actually do think a lot of Razors these days are going for the Q level 1 because it's hard to secure the range creep otherwise. So it's really curious that Ryzes opts to go for the static link here.
So now we still have like kind of a stalemate going on. Are we still gonna see an engagement? Yes or no?
It looks like Eternity is gonna battle here. They are very strong level 1. I feel like they're significantly stronger than.
There's gonna be the shackles onto the Weaver, follow up Dragon Tail. And that's
They
gonna
give it
be
to the. So that was the most value sentry playstage of all time, Apon. He plays the sentry. They get the first blood because of it, and they get the D ward on the ward that was in the river there. So just everything working out for them.
That's very, very nice there for Eternity. And who did you say got the first blood? Oh, it was on the Lesh rack.
Yeah, and they gave it to the Leshrac, so that's just so nice. That'll be his early bottle secured. And you know, we talk a lot about lane setups in the last game. Again, I feel like Eternity set up great lanes for themselves. It is, yeah, it's going to be the 5 Shaman. So the Shaman jug lane, by the way, if you've played any sort of, you know, 3K, 4K pub, this is the specialty right here. The shackles into the spin.
Yeah. And then you ping when you're shackling and your jug just ignores you. That's
Correct.
also in your 3
Yes,
and 4K
exactly.
pubs.
They're gonna put the. Philly needs to be a bit careful here. No Sakuchi. Okay.
Yeah.
The Moonlight, he dragged the wave top lane, so he's just gonna get himself level 2 here. Pretty much will be secured, and a nice job from Ryzes. So he drags that next wave past the tower to meet the third wave that would come. So very, very wise plays coming out from both of these teams. I feel like they do need it. It'll be really nice once they get to level 2 on the IO with the level 2 on Dragon Knight with the Dragon Blood, because then it'll be really tough for the level 1 Viper to actually break through their tankiness. Just a lot of
like
sustain from both of these.
Oh, he might even go onto Pingu here. And, oh,
Not quite level 2 on Moonlight. He actually opted to give the rest of the experience to Revenant there. But the real winner so far, just looking at the CS, Monster is having himself a lane right now on this Mars.
Which is pretty surprising going up against Jog, which is like considered one of the like more favorable matchups for the Jog against the Mars. As well as like the Weaver, yeah, is good, but
yeah, they just I feel like they've denied almost every single range creep in this bottom lane that I've seen. And CDR, he only has 6 CS to 12 and 3 of the Mars.
Was that smart?
Just not really what you'd be expecting from this early laning stage.
sure. That's gonna be the shackles.
Just some harass, you know. If you think about it, full channel shackle is kind of like a tango. It's like a really crappy version of a tango.
It's not like a tango at all.
So it's like you know, it's like a worse tango. I mean, tango's what? How much for one? 7 health for 16 seconds.
You're asking me to do math here. Look,
It's like close to 1 tango.
Okay.
But you know, a full package is obviously a lot more.
Of course, yeah.
So the efficiency, Apon. Think about it.
The efficiency. You just bring out mangoes and clarities and never tangos because you say, I just shackle the enemy.
Forget that he brought out 3 more tangos.
We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that
Correct.
for the
Yeah,
point.
that's correct. Also really interesting, CDR goes for a level of the blade dance early. I feel like it's becoming more common for Jugs to just max QW. And the blade dance points are less impactful than your other skill points. So pretty interesting that he goes for the early skill point in that. Because he could have level 2 spin right now, right? If he had wanted to.
Yeah. You also mentioned in the previous game that it was always Eternity who like rotated their support for the 4-minute like runes and the 6-minute runes, and now with the IO that is a little bit more complicated, as well as like a position 5 Shadow Shaman, not really the hero that can make that.
Well, IO can definitely rotate. He's actually one of the nicer heroes at doing it, I think, because you give obviously a little bit of health and mana to your Leshrac if you meet him. But you also can get back to lane faster with the tether. So it, it kind of goes a little bit of both ways on that. You obviously Revenant.
Revenant
He's
is
just
just dead.
Yeah, that's the level 3 on the Viper. So he doesn't. There's really no counterplay to Link plus the auto attacks from the Viper coming out.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Ray. Not enough shackles to survive that one, as he will go down. So Alpha getting kills in both lanes.
Really, really nice plays here so far from Alpha. And they're really going to punish this Dragonite pick, I feel like, especially with the Viper.
Yeah.
Does he have... He does have mana regen coming out of the crowd. Okay, so will be more pressure coming soon.
I mean, he has 9 CS at 5 minutes. He is very sad.
Yeah, he the lanes for Alpha. I mean, I feel like I'm just so off base with my predictions on these laning stages, right? I thought Eternity was gonna have great lane setup, but all of Alpha's lanes are just going well across the board here. There's the coil.
Goodbye, Ray. Onto the Shaman. And now, however, Flea might be a surprise.
He is so dead. Moonlight takes the kill. A nice, like a good support. And they're gonna get the D ward actually, so pretty worth it, I'd say, for Ray to die there, all things considered.
The greatest tragedy of our eon.
At the same time, though, that does leave Revenant. Oh, it's a little bit far forward. I feel like I've seen this before.
Oh, he's actually dead here, I think.
Is he?
One more right click with
yeah, he is
dead.
so dead.
Complicates things.
None forget the bite.
And this Viper 5, all 3 games, Viper has just absolutely brutalized some sort of tanky core, right? In games 1 and 3, the Dragonite pick was just, they were both completely countered out by Viper. Some friendly tips. I'm sure those are completely friendly.
100%. I mean, NA, we're very famous for our friendliness.
Yeah, that's what we're friendly for.
Oh, Monster might just get Omni-slashed here, but... Oh wait, no, he's not level 6. There's definitely going to be the Arena Shackles to come out here, but Soul made the rotation.
Great rotation. CDR, he's not level 6, no spin.
Oh yeah, and he is gonna
I think he's
fall.
just dead to the urn. Oh,
I
has
guess
the Fairy Fire?
But I mean, that's gonna be a Shikuchi. Oh yes, the spin.
He will.
Far from over.
Great rotation from Soul. Alpha are just outplaying them on the side lanes right now.
They did lose their mid tower for that.
The one saving grace, it feels like, for Eternity is this Leshrac, who is, I mean, Flea is dead.
But, I mean, securing their Arcane Rune away from, oh, is he dead?
Alright,
He's
never
fine.
mind. The Viper slow, a little bit too much there. FXRS can't actually connect. But yeah, this is really, he's really the one saving grace for them. Top net worth for Eternity. The next 3 going to Alpha. So the laning stage has been phenomenal for Alpha. Some great rotations and honestly, maybe just a bit of outplay.
As Revenant, oh, we've seen this before. He's on a leash, and he will be put down.
And it feels like Revenant specifically he just doesn't have a game. You know, this Viper Razor lane has completely countered what the Dragon Knight wants to do.
Oh,
Flee! Should go down.
This time will die.
I was trying to scout out the stacks, it looks like, but will pay the ultimate price.
Well, he did scout him out, so mission achieved.
Well, that's true. And he was not able to get any sort of ward or sentry down to maybe block up the ancients. You can definitely see the emphasis that Eternity are placing on FXRS. And look at this. He's actually going to find some more stacks of his own.
These are the IO under the outpost, but I mean, how do you contest this?
I mean, they're already they're already dead. Those are some juicy ones, and they might find rises.
Rises is.
Ooh.
That was so close on the split earth.
And he's just gonna run in. There's an ulti on Pingu.
Revenant is gonna be here with the Dragon form. They're gonna find Pingu. Moonlight keeps Leshrac safe. That's gonna be the Dragon Tail now onto rises, but Weaver here, making sure they cannot go for anything further as Revenant.
They just don't have the damage to break through this IO Lesh right now, even with the Viper ultimate.
Oh, Flea is gonna get hexed and shackled. Get some health back on Ray.
Just a really great sequence of events here for Eternity. And I think they've correctly identified that they have to play around their Leshrac. He is by far their strongest hero. And while that's happening, you know, CDR, he's slowly but surely making a recovery back into the game. The one plus side to this Juggernaut pick is that he can sit bottom for for a very long time, as long as he isn't forced to spin.
Yeah.
Right, he always has this spin TP available to himself.
And you mentioned that like they want to play with Leshrac because he's such a strong hero. It's
Well, hold
also
that.
like the IO is gonna amplify that strength even more with more mana and more health.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I think there's such an emphasis on playing around the Leshrac, because he can always be on map. Thanks largely in part to the IO, like you just said.
He also has an arcane ring, which is just like small things like all of that are just gonna add up to this Leshrac to be where he is right now. And there is going to be a Weaver under a ward.
They scouted this rotation on with this high ground ward. They know Rises and Revenant are both here hunting Rises.
So now Weaver is gonna get caught out here by the IO.
Does have the ulti, should be fine.
Yeah.
No shaman in the area. That's the one real downside, right? Is the shaman is a lot of their reliable lockdown.
CDR just got Viper struck.
just a zoning Viper strike.
Hey. Now, Bleed. Bleed is playing so annoying. Oh, finds a healing self for himself and gets out.
And he's gonna be very close to that spirit vessel already on that Phosphor Weaver. And we talked about how impactful the vessel would be this game, specifically at dealing with the Leshrac. Revenant gonna TP bottom here. Ray's kind of just been enjoying the time down here on the shaman, but Revenant's like, this is my farm now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And just look, in fact, he finds another stack.
Oh, he found another stack here. And I mean, he's getting very close to that Eternal Shroud.
Monster, he's... Oh!
Do they want to go in here? They don't have the Blink Dagger quite yet. 300 gold away.
I thought he was going to walk up the high ground into the Shadow Shaman there.
Oh, that would have been a disaster.
This is very, very nice for Eternity, though, right? They had pretty rough side lanes.
Yeah.
This game, but they've done a really nice job of stabilizing the map, and they're getting some much-needed recovery time for CDR and for Revenant.
So now there's going to be the smoke. They're going to see Rises here. Just gonna take away his farm as Moonlight.
Nice play. Breaks the
Like a little
tether.
sidestep.
Gets a nice retether. Haste rune on the Leshrac, so they are zooming right now. And I think what's most impressive about watching this Leshrac IO is how aggressively they're taking farm, right?
Yeah.
It feels like they're always in Alpha's face somewhere. Just actively stealing farm away from Rises this game. FXRS does... They're gonna reload.
It's a lot of damage. And
Oh, they
gonna...
missed the coil! They tried to cancel the relocate, but just beautiful positioning there from Moonlight.
Yeah, and with that, Monster is here. He gets the fear onto the IO, but the Omni Slash coming out, turning around. Now the arena comes and Pingu will die in it. However,
the rest of their damage. Here it comes.
Rises now coming in here. Ray. He tried to get some life back. There's going to be a buyback now from the IO. They still want to fight this. That's going to be the Dragon Tail on the Soul.
Done.
Follow-up split Earth, but Apex are at.
They don't have the damage.
He will die.
Tragedy of our eon.
Oh.
Flea is still being a nuisance back here in the back lines. He might find CDR actually. Okay, maybe not.
He did find him.
He did find. That is true. He did find him.
But overall, like a beautiful convergence there from Alpha, like just all coming to that place.
Yeah, it's just great. They did a really nice job of making sure that FXRS on the Leshrac wasn't able to stick on targets in that fight. You know, recognizing they had really great tools at kiting him. Specifically the Viper, right? The Viper slows. They're doing such a great job of utilizing that. And even though they missed the coil there, they wind up taking a pretty convincing fight. And, you know, I haven't really been watching Rises, but he is so farmed. He's actually ahead of the Leshrac this game, which, all things considered, is extremely impressive. There's the Vessel onto FXRS again. Not gonna find anything more. That was actually the last Vessel charge.
Oh. Yeah. Did you know if Leshrac had the Eternal Shroud for the previous fight?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't think so. And
But I don't know if it would have mattered in that fight.
they're gonna see Monster. The dash, there's gonna be an arena coming out with the spear. At the same time, they jump it onto the Shaman.
Revenant might just be
Monster
dead
is
here.
Still alive. Revenant might be the
Great
first
healing ward
one.
plays.
What a great healing ward. And the heal with the mech, however, Rises. Yeah, they're gonna lose 2 heroes. And Ray.
Look, just this. Oh my god, so much sustain. What level healing ward is this? Level 3.
Oh.
Level 3 healing ward. Placed perfectly there in the pit, and they just don't have the damage to burst through the healing on Alpha. And all of a sudden, Roshan now with the Serpent wards.
Yeah, the Serpent wards you cannot solo it anymore with Shaman since Roshan does attack him now and will kill him. But if nobody hits him, they still do very good damage.
They still do very good damage. You're absolutely right. So great fight there for Eternity. Just kind of abusing the sustained advantage that they have in these fights. And that will be Shard done on the Dragon right now. So, you know, Revenant, he had the worst lane, I'd say, of all of these heroes, but he's neck and neck with Monster.
Yeah.
This Shard is really what unlocks Dragon Knight. I feel Dragon Knight as a hero, though.
Yeah.
You know, the ability to just shove lanes consistently and just keep your farm up. I'm gonna find Flea here. Just some poking. Flea knows he doesn't die here. Just gonna.
Just turning this around.
Oh wait, they're gonna
Actually
go
be the
for this.
recoil. It's gonna be under a tier 2 tower. Do they have the damage? That's gonna
They
be an
do.
arena from Monster.
But
They
they found Puck.
for this. The shackles will be interrupted there. Now the Omni Slash coming out on Monster, and they get that kills for. Now it's a 1-for-1 trade of the.
They don't have the damage to kill Ray. Okay, there they go.
Oh, they do. The Hex. Oh, Flea, you didn't have to do him like that.
And top lane, they get the punish on the relocate back.
Oh.
Moonlight goes down.
A prize.
That was such a clutch spear there from the Mars. He actually there was going to be a full duration shackle onto the puck, but he just barely catches him with the spear there.
Yeah, and they really they really focused all the heroes that are not Leshrac. Like, they need to take all the supporting cast out and then, like, take care of the Leshrac, because with an Aegis and all the sustain, you're just not killing him.
Yeah, and specifically the Shaman. He is pretty much all of their lockdown for the puck and the Weaver in these fights. So being able to take him down early in these fights will greatly enable them. And just like that, it's back to a 2k gold lead for Alpha. It was about even off of the Roshan.
Uh-oh, CDR.
Great spear once again. Do they get the silence? They do with the coil. He's got it.
He's a goner.
And great punish. So he's not going Manta quite yet on Jug.
For more. The Arena Connect.
I mean, Monster has just been finding initiation after initiation. I don't think he's actually missed a Blink Spear this game. Every fight.
For top as well. FXRS looking to turn around with the Eternal Shroud. His first life will be forfeit though, and he's just gonna die.
He's in complete no man's land. There's gonna be 5 seconds on the relocate. If they can get him out of here.
That's gonna be the heal. This is
but
so much heal, but it's just not enough.
Too much damage. Alpha just outplaying them on the side lanes right now. And that is the one thing that they have going for them, right, Apon? Is they have this drastic mobility advantage on the map. Right? They have Blink Puck with the Weaver Sakuchi. And they're just so fast on being able to respond to moves because of that. Oh.
Yes, Revenant is going to jump in there with the DD onto the puck. There's going to be the ward.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh, you did got it. The puck there. He's going to get out.
Oh, no. Ray.
That's a costly mistake.
He didn't shackle him because he thought he was dead, but he microed the Serpent Wards. Oh, that's so painful. And that Serpent Ward's down. That was like a gimme kill. It felt like, and they just drop it.
And now that's going to be the 4-man smoke. They're ready to initiate once again. And Monster, who are you going to find this time? They're already going to flee, already scouting it. There's the arena onto all 3 of them. The circles are just too much there. Revenant now coming in, but he just sees his brethren die. And he will die with them, as he does not want to be in this world without them. Ultra kill for Soul there.
Just perfect execution. The circle strat strikes again.
It really does. I mean, that was just so many circles on top of each other. We have the Dream Quill, the arena, the plasma field. It's a good amount of circles.
And we've talked so much about how Eternity has a lot of sustain built into their lineup. But they don't really have a lot of damage, especially now that this BKB from Rises is online.
Oh yeah.
You really start to wonder how they actually killed these alpha heroes. FXRS is strong, but he's just getting kited in these fights. He can't actually get his damage out. And there's gonna be a refresher very soon on Rises, by the way. Just double BKB soon.
Yeah, BKB on the Mars finish. It also just feels like we haven't seen CDR on this Juggernaut at all in these fights yet.
And I think that's a large part because of how his lane went. Oh, they just double smoke. That feels bad.
Yeah, double smoke for double efficiency.
He's been on recovery mode for a lot of this game, and then every fight that he shows up to, he's probably getting linked. So it's so hard for the Jug to actually be impactful in these fights. But holds that. They're gonna smoke in here into Rises. He has the BKB. Can't get it
first.
They get the chain stun.
They're gonna get the races here, and they're gonna find that kill. Monster just still jumps there. They're gonna kill Ray, but are they gonna find anything else?
I think they're gonna try and disengage here on Alpha, and they will do so successfully.
So
Great chain stunning though there.
Yeah. If they find him like that and he can't get his
Radiant's top
BKB
tower
off,
is under
he
attack.
will still fall.
Yeah, and that is the one thing that they don't really have on Alpha is a save. Weaver's going Lincolns, by the way. He is not going for the Ags build. So that save will not be there. And Revenant, he's in trouble here. Do they have the damage? Not quite.
If he didn't TP that quickly, I think he would have.
Yeah, I think he was dead. I agree. But I do think Alpha have recognized they don't have the greatest of save. They're going to get a 4-staff on their Viper soon. They're going to go Aeon Disc on Puck. And then they have double BKB on your other... You'll have double BKB on your other cores. And then the other's a Weaver. So I think they're itemizing pretty well to deal with this chain stun that's going to come out from Eternity.
Behold!
And there's the Manta done for Jug. So CDR's game gets significantly easier now with this Manta style. He can no longer get chain silence. Although, well,
You didn't have to curse him.
Well, yeah.
Significantly easier. Instantly die.
That does not. The Manta does not change him from getting speared to a tree. Monster has really been on point this game.
Oh, for sure.
You know, we're really seeing why they prioritize giving him this Mars, right? He's just every single fight that Alpha's won has been off of Monster's initiation. Bot lane though,
in
Weaver.
the bottom lane though, they're gonna find Flea and they have to chain stun to at least take down that Weaver.
Radiant's
They
top
finally
tower is
punish
under
this
attack.
pesky little bug. He's been flittering around this bottom lane like a little roach.
Now though, still a very big lead here for
Radiant's middle
Alpha,
tower
and
is
for
under attack.
FXRS, his game, he needs that BKB. With that BKB though, I feel like he's gonna be near unstoppable in a
tower
team
is under
fight. Is
attack.
that going to be enough? What do you think?
Who?
FXRS. He just
Wait.
bought a BKB.
So he buys the BKB.
Dire's bottom
He's not
tower is under
unstoppable
attack.
just because there's still a Viper Strike.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a very easy circumstance that Alpha can play for where FXRS BKBs, they Viper Strike him and they just kite out the BKB afterwards. So the BKB is obviously very, very nice this game. He's close to unstoppable during BKB. But you do have to keep in mind that Ryze he's going to be outputting on the physical department. Especially, he has a BKB bottled for this.
That's gonna be the jump forward here onto FXRS. He is going to be into the arena and
He
just
just TP.
TPs on out. At the same
nice
time, though, into the
coil.
backlines. What a dream call onto both of the supports. They will both fall. As Revenant still gonna jump in here onto Monster, who's still in the Serpent wards.
I think they got him. Nice punish.
That's a nice punish there.
They do buyback on Ray on the Shadow Shaman, but really great. Honestly, pretty great disengage from Eternity, all things considered. They do buyback on the Shaman, but they find the Mars kill.
Oh, Flea dodges the stun there with the Shikuchi just in time.
But that's exactly what you picture happening, right? The Leshrac pops his BKB, but he actually can't do damage if Alpha uses their BKBs as well, right? So they can kind of one-to-one counter out this Leshrac BKB with their own BKBs, and they also have the Viper Strike us on top of that.
Now, this is going to be a Roche attempt by the Dire, but they're gonna back up. They do realize without the Mars, this is a little bit dicey.
They do not have Serpent Wards, otherwise they might be able to threaten Roche themselves.
Radiant are
Kind of
scanning.
Arcane Rune on the puck, so that would be nice for him to engage in a fight with that.
And you can see
CTR
Flea though. Flea,
gonna get found by the Weaver. Spins on away. That spin now on cooldown. They're just looking
they are
for
gonna.
looking for
They are
Moonlight.
hunting.
Yeah, even the fake grenades right onto that little ball. And they're gonna
Radiant's
find
tower
him.
has been killed.
You should.
And this puck now with the Aeon disc, he can play so freely in these
Radiant's
fights.
turret has been
And the
killed.
backlines for Eternity
Radiant's
will
bottom
never be
tower
safe
is
this
under
game now.
attack.
With how much freedom he has with this Aeon disc. They are gonna look though.
Revenant jumps in here, goes for the Viper here. Pingu is going to fall first. Now the arena
Rises
interests are
is so strong.
yeah, the BKB didn't mean much there.
And again, Leshrac, he can go in and pop his BKB. But Rises just pops his own BKB and he just says, okay, I'm just gonna ignore you now. And once again, Ray, that'll be a dieback for him. But I just don't. I just don't know how Eternity keep their supports alive at this point in the game.
Especially with how Flea has been playing. Like, he is always giving the vision for Monster to find
And look at
those
this item he
Radiant's
bought.
middle tower is under attack.
Now freshly completed on Flea with the Lincoln Sphere. How do they?
Radiant's middle
Catch
tower
him.
is under attack.
You know, he can run into a fight and he can't get Hex now and he can't get Dragon Tailed now. And it's such a cool read on the game, isn't it?
Radiant's top
Yeah.
tower is
Where
under
where you
attack.
recognize Eternity, all of their stuns are single target point and click stuns. 1-to-1 countered by this Lincoln Sphere.
Dire's bottom tower is
He
under
is
attack.
now, like, just completely showing on the wave bottom. Like, not a care in the world.
He just can't die this game anymore, I don't think. Although, you know, I say that, but last time I said that, somebody immediately died.
Uh-oh. I
Radiant's
mean,
top
they are
tower
going
is
for
under
him
attack.
right now. There are 4 heroes around him. Did Flea see them there? I think he might have seen
Radiant's
Now-
top
them.
tower is
He definitely knows they're here now.
Radiant's middle
Potentially,
tower is under
potentially.
attack.
But yeah, just being a
Radiant's middle
huge
tower
nuisance
has
on this
fallen.
Weaver. Just the second game in a row, I feel like Flea has kind of dominated around the map. Just kind of a masterclass on the pos 4 roll from him.
And now, with that Aegis in the hands of the Razor, the going high ground is very similar to game number 1. Not an easy task against this Leshrac Shard especially. And so this will stall out here a little bit, but they lead very much in favor of Alpha. And we even have now the gem from Weaver, so to just clean the entire map of
They
enemy
find
wards.
Revenant though.
Radiant's
Oh,
bottom tower
Revenant.
is
He
under
has a
attack.
BKB and the Spider Legs to actually get away for a little bit.
Alright, he zooms on out of there. But again, I mean, Eternity are completely trapped in their base now. All 3 lanes are being
Radiant's
controlled by
bottom
Alpha.
tower is under attack.
And you feel like they have to try and get one of these lanes in and punish Alpha being split. They are going to smoke up here. They pop the Lincolns.
Oh, there's gonna be the Shikuchi away though. Then the Dream Coil already there. As Soul there. As
What an
Monster
arena!
now with an arena on all 5. Rise is now coming in as well. They might take down Flea. They do that, but they're gonna pay heavily for it. Oh, CDR, run! He doesn't have. Oh, he doesn't have a TP.
He'll make them work for it, maybe. Just have another spin
He
here.
has a Blink Dagger actually. Oh, but Rises comes from the other side.
They will not let him blink. And it feels so impossible. They try to go on the Weaver there. They pop the Lincolns, but the second the Lincolns gets popped,
been killed.
he just Sakuchi's away.
And like, all they got was a Weaver, which again, this is a Weaver support. This is not a core. I mean, with the amount of net worth he has, he kind of becomes a core, but there are 3 other heroes that are more than happy that we go on him, and then they just counter-initiate, as we saw.
And it is, it's looking pretty dire for the Radiant squad here. I mean, I really just don't know where their damage comes from at this point. The Leshrac has completely fallen off. The Jug really never got going
Bottom tower has fallen.
on CDR.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
And it feels like the sustain from Radiant, the thing that we felt like was the strength of the draft, is just like not nearly enough. Like even with that sustain, they just kill you.
You can sustain all you want, but if you can't kill the enemy heroes, it's pretty much a moot point. As there was a Linken's also by the way picked up on Rises, so just doubling down on it being a fantastic Linken's game. And he's gonna finish up a Scotty. Oh no, he's going Axe. So he's like, yeah, we're gonna end this game. They are a bit lacking in the building hitting this game.
Yeah.
They have Viper Shard and now the Axe Razor, so they can now pretty safely go high ground, I'd say.
And so what's the 1% chance play here for Radiant?
What is the 1% chance? I mean, it has to be some monumental dive from Alpha, where they overextend into tier 4s with a couple of buybacks, and they find the chain stuns.
They did this in game number 2 as well. The smoke through the racks where we've already taken Gremlin. Counter initiates onto Rises. Rises past the Linken Sphere though.
That was a full Omni Slash.
They get the Weaver there, and Alpha is gonna be forced to back off actually, as now the stun connects onto Rises. Force Staff coming out. Can they connect onto this Razor? Pingu is gonna be the sacrificial lamb there, as Monster pops his own BKB, counter initiates. There's gonna be the arena and just deletes the Shadow Shaman there. Io and Shadow Shaman are gonna be forced to be buying back now, as FXRS still trying to hunt them down. Revenant is gonna have another stun onto Monster, and is going to find the Roman God of War here.
Double buyback on the supports, but you definitely take that.
Yeah.
They finally punished Flea. They picked it. They broke the Linken's and got the immediate chain stun on him. But that's the kind of fight you need. You need a fight where Alpha overextends a little bit. Oh.
That's smart. Short-lived creatures.
Well, there goes the Shaman again. The problem though remains, right? That was a full Omni Slash onto the Razor in that fight. And he got down to what, half HP?
Yeah.
It does not bode well for the state of the game.
They are gonna bottle a DD. If they can take a fight with that DD, that might be good. Oh, they're gonna find some nice bouncer runes there. That's very nice.
They bring it back a little bit. That was a fight where none of their cores died. So it was literally just the supports dying. So at the very least, they get all the golden XP on their cores for that fight. But it's still, you have to imagine, it's going to take a lot more mistakes from Alpha to lose this one.
This also gave actually the gem to Radiant. Against the Weaver, that might be a big deal there. Like, Flea is not going to be able to play nearly as aggressive as before.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Though he can still play pretty aggressively with the Linken's.
It's just
Also
like
very...
instead of going 110, he should go 105.
just a slight detail, slight tick down.
Just a smudge.
So interesting itemization. Hadn't talked about it, but Revenant buys the Force Staff. So this is very reminiscent of like what you might do on Doom when you're playing against Linken's, right? Where you blink, force, stun. So you have your own Linken's break built in. It is also just a fantastic Force Staff game against the Razor, right? You just super value pickup. So interesting to see from a Dragon Knight, but it does make sense.
So now we are going to see the DD on the Jog. They're looking for a fight. Oh, the jump! He got the phase shift off. There's going to be a stun onto Monster immediately, though. He didn't get his BKB. Now with the BKB coming out, Rice is going into midst of it all. But it's going to be focused down here.
I think he's fine.
I think he's fine, yeah. As at the same time, that's going to be the Dream Coil connecting onto supports once again. And CDR now controlled with the spear. Doesn't have a spin anymore. Has he been once up
Great
again?
stun.
CDR, he's just dead.
Never mind. It does not matter. Just too tanky on Alpha. Too many BKBs. Too many mobility items. We'll buy back on Revenant, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
Now, the buybacks coming out from Leshrac, from the DK, but it is a 4 versus 2 situation.
They
Radiant's
do
top
have to go
tower
high
is
ground
under
into
attack.
Leshrac stun with the shard. They do have that going for them.
But they also have the shard on the Viper, which is helping a lot.
Once they take down this tier 3, that should have let Rises. He has the Ags online though.
He's gonna get jumped with the Dragon Tail into a
Rises?
split earth. Rises.
He's
He
dead.
has the Lotus Orb, but he's still just dead. Soul at the same time into the backline, finds the Shadow Shaman.
All right, Rises just maybe got a little bit ahead of himself there. I do
They
kind
did
of
still take a tier 3.
Yeah, they did get the tier 3. They're in no danger of losing. They can just take this next
Radiant's
Roshan.
middle tower
Although, Flea is gonna be fine.
He just walks it off. Just run away, Smile.
You get
Radiant's
ganked.
top barracks is
When in
under
doubt,
attack.
just run.
Golden thread.
How about that?
Now, in that previous team fight around the mid-river, so they got the first stun onto the Mars, so he couldn't get a spear out, but they just weren't able to finish him off quick enough.
Yeah, the Omni Slash jumped.
There's a buyback from Rises.
I guess he
Visibility
buys back, so they have to get this Roshan now. That
Yeah.
does give Eternity a bit of a win condition here. They're gonna group up around their ward here. They're gonna scan the Roche. There's also a Lotus on Flea, by the way, so it's
Yeah.
even harder to start the fight on him. And they've got a really great high ground ward here. Can they get the spear onto CDR? Oh, they
there's
get
gonna
the
be a perfect bash on the Fleet. Arena comes out, but Spear misses Revenant with the BKB. Is gonna get away. Rises, goes on top of Moonlight. Moonlight has to go 7 and gets out. At the same time,
Oh, they
though,
got CDR.
is not gonna be so lucky and is going to fall. Revenant now, no more BKB, no more life, and that's going to be both of them down.
Nice clean fight from them. He has to preemptively spin on CDR because of the threat of the spear. And that just enables this entire fight to break out. Rise
Now
is also
Roach is going to be theirs. And an Agnum Scepter for Weaver.
probably Weavers.
That's pretty good.
give them even another save. I guess not another. It'll give them a very reliable save this game.
Yeah, there it is.
As he'll take that. He's now the same net worth as Monster. That's always pretty neat.
Very neat. Very
I always
neat.
love getting 6,200 gold for free.
And Leshrac bought out a Hex. We'll
Radiant's
see.
top
I mean,
barracks
he just
are under
bought that
attack.
and he has it level 25. So this is all or nothing. 3v5.
They have to try and fight maybe with CDR respawning. I have to imagine. They're gonna...
FRX is gonna try to Hex here onto the Mars, but no further follow-up, unfortunately.
Soul is just gonna... Never mind, relocate out.
Relocate him out.
But that will be Megas.
That will be Megas indeed. And now looking for the tier 4s here. Jock gonna be up in a second. But you're gonna need to find a fight right now as Fleet just being as annoying as he can be. What an arena with the spear!
Oh my.
Putting them all against the wall!
Monster says, don't worry boys, I got this.
Ooh!
Radiant's middle tower is falling. Victory.
And a powerful game 3 from Alpha.